Hi everybody, I'm Mike, and this is Plague Inc. Now, Plague Inc. is kind of like, well, I mean, kind of like a game called Pandemic that that's around. I believe you can play in Flash form somewhere on the internet, but it was a game that I absolutely loved. Where you go and try to infect the world with some sort of disease, and then you try to wipe out the world, and then they try to fight your disease that you are. So we're going to be doing some of that and trying to infect some people. I've only played a couple of hours of this, but it's great fun. I am going to be a bacteria because I believe that's all that I have unlocked. Well, I could use the simian flu, but I'm not going to do that right away. Not for the first video, anyway. Pardon me. Just select a plague type. And there are different genetic, like there are different genes that you can use that you can unlock. But I don't have too many of them. Symptom costs don't increase, but easier to cure. We'll try that. That's gonna be an extra, like, little bit of challenge there. I'm gonna play out on casual because I am a filthy casual. And then we're gonna oh hell, let's play it on normal. I'll probably lose. The Vagabonds. Man, I had a bad case of the Vagabonds this weekend. Anyway, so welcome to Plague Inc. You are a new bacteria. To win, you must evolve and spread across the world, wiping out all humans in the ultimate plague. Select a country to begin your plague. When you click on it, you can see more information. Pop the bubble, the start bubble to confirm, or click on another country instead. I am going to start in China. There's a lot of people there. It's going to also start in India, but there are more people in China. So we're going to be in China. The Vagabonds begin in China. Vagabonds has infected its first human, weak and unspecialized, and must evolve using DNA points to infect more people. Which is something that I'll do along the way, and you'll see how. Right now, there are only 4 people in the world that are infected with the Vagabonds. Let's go to the disease. Pardon me. I have a bad case of the Vagabonds, it would seem. We go to the disease screen, and there's transmission, symptoms, and abilities here up in the upper right-hand corner, along with an overview. But, symptoms. So, this is going to give us some stuff to play with. Coughing. So, chance of infection by spreading pathogen into surroundings, especially in high-density urban areas. Well, that doesn't seem like a terrible thing if I want to try to spread my disease, right? So, these are 4 DNA points to evolve that. And then we can just go and X out of that, and we'll see if more people catch the Vagabonds. See, it's already doubled. I'm actually going to speed this up a little bit. And we click on these in order to get more DNA points. And all of these, you can see, are ships and planes going from place to place, and those can also spread your particular ailment here. Pneumonia, sneezing. Sneezing is going to be better because fluid discharge through sneezing greatly increases infection rates. So let's do that because, I mean, if more people are susceptible to what it is that we've got, you know, it's a better way to get it around. We're gonna want to get some of these real soon. We're gonna hold off and we're gonna save some more points in order to be able to do that. Alright, scientists increase understanding of fever. Scientists have had a breakthrough in their understanding of fever and will be able to cure diseases with it more easily. Okay, well, that's good to know. As you can see, our numbers are steadily climbing here. Okay, so now we're over 10. We can look at maybe using some of these. Let's make this an airborne illness. Since coughing and sneezing is going to do it, I think that's a good choice. It's one of our symptoms. So if you're coughing and sneezing and it's an airborne illness, as you can see throughout the world, just over 1,000 people have caught a bad case of the Vagabonds. There we go. Now let's go and involve a little bit more of that. Let's also make it transmittable via water. So the pathogen can survive outside the body in fresh, warm water, increasing infectivity, especially in humid environments and ship transmission. So that's good. It'll spread on boats. And see, nobody's died of the Vagabonds yet, which is good, because we don't want our disease to be killing people, because if it starts killing people, people are going to notice it more quickly, and then they're going to be more inclined to, you know, maybe do something to cure it. We're going to make it transmittable via livestock. So livestock susceptible to infection, increase infectivity, especially in the rural regions, and mutation. So it'll randomly mutate, which is good and bad, which means, I mean, you'll get mutations for free, which can, you know, be good because you don't have to spend money on them, but at the same time, they can make it so that your disease is deadlier, and therefore, you know, people try to cure it more quickly when you may not be ready for it. So, Festival of Love in Japan. Japan celebrates the Festival of Love. Fans praise the replacement for International Kissing Day. Critics question hygiene standards. Alright. So, as you can see here, our disease has spread to Japan and a little bit to Russia, so... Just over 1 million people are now infected with the Vagabonds. Oh, and we've spread over here. Actually, abilities. What I want to do here is I want to make it so that the bacteria is a little bit more resistant to stuff. So, create bacterial shell to protect against all climates. Which is going to be good, because, I mean, then it's going to be more resistant to heat and cold. We're also going to make it more resilient to drugs. Pathogen becomes resistant to class 1 and 2 antibiotics, increase effectiveness in wealthy countries. So that'll be good. We got 2 DNA points left. Mass panic over 3D printed robotic juicer. New robotic juicer banned in 17 countries after a UN report highlighted its profoundly disturbing behavior. Authorities trying to restrict access to the CAD file. Interesting. Oh, and there we go. We just got an infection over here in Panama. Just we had an infected boat go over there. The anemia symptom has been mutated. The Vagabonds has mutated and developed the anemia symptom without using DNA points. In this case, it's not too bad, because anemia isn't going to kill too many people straight off the hop. But there are almost... Oh, wow, there's like 50... Well, it's... getting a lot of people infected here, so... Mind you, we're in a very, very populous part of the world, so that doesn't surprise me. Now we're at over... Yeah, over 500 million people, and climbing. Oh, Great Britain has been infected, so we're starting to spread to the islands, which is not good news if you don't want to catch a case of the Vagabonds. So a new minor disease is spreading. In a normal checkup, a doctor in Afghanistan found a new disease which has been named the Vagabonds. It appears to be mostly harmless, but must be investigated further. Other countries are also reporting the disease. Okay, so we've got a lot of points here. Let's go look into spending some of them. Let's go and make it a little bit more resilient. There we go. We made it more resilient to survive in all climates just because I wanted to be able to spread throughout the cold climates in Russia and in the warmer climates in Southeast Asia, which is, you know, where we're bordering, so we're going to wait until we get some more here, and then we're going to look into maybe spreading to rats and other things like that. So just need 6 more DNA points in order to be able to do that, and that should come along fairly quickly here because we're spreading pretty rapidly. There are over 1 billion people here, as you can see, that have a case of the Vagabonds. So rodents, commonly susceptible to infection, increased infectivity, especially in urban regions and mutation. So we've got, you know, the rural areas taken care of, and we've got the urban areas kind of taken care of. There we go. China's starting to work on a cure. There's 1.5 billion people in the world that have been infected with the disease. Just bear with me for a moment here. I'm just gonna have a sip of water because I'm just dying. Pardon me? By sip of water, I meant drain my entire canteen down my gullet. Anyway, China is the first to instruct doctors to begin research into a cure for the Vagabonds. Without greater funding, it is expected to take a long time. So let's go and see what else we can use here. Let's make insects. Be susceptible to infection. Carrier insects will increase infectivity, especially in hot climates, and increase the chance of mutation. Like I said, that's both a good and a bad thing. There we go. Starting to infect parts of Eastern Europe now. All of kind of China, Afghanistan is completely infected. Oh. Oh my. Okay, so let's see here. Other symptoms, abilities. $29. Okay, we're gonna wait until we have 29 points in order to further the drug resistance here. Oh, there we go. South America is starting to be infected here. Some of the islands like Malaysia and whatnot starting to be infected. Southern Europe. Nausea. Good. Got that for free. I'm gonna make it more resistant to well, I'm gonna make it resistant to class 3 and 4 antibiotics. So it's going to be more effective in wealthy nations now. So I still have 11 points here. Fever. Well, they said that there have been breakthroughs in fever, you know, treatment. So I don't necessarily want to take that. Insomnia. We're going to make that a symptom because it's going to make people less productive. Paranoia gives you irrational delusions and mental symptoms. Victims' distrust of others makes them unlikely to seek treatment or cooperate with others. So that'll make it harder to treat. Inflammation. Inflammation obstructs bodily processes. Swelling can obstruct breathing and be fatal. I don't know if I want to do that. Seizures, maybe not yet. Cysts, not quite there yet. Hemophilia. Immune system produces inhibitors that destroy factor 8, preventing blood clotting. Infectivity increased. Sure. There we go. China shuts down the airports. Well, it's a little late for that, but good job. The Vagabonds has been placed on a watch list. The Vagabonds has been placed on the WHO watch list. Already dangerous, governments are warned that it could become unstoppable. Okay, well, I've got 50 points here. Let's go and look into making things a little bit better. Pathogen becomes harder to analyze in a lab, decreases future research speed, so we're going to take genetic hardening 1 as a precaution. Genetic hardening 2. It's super hard to research. And then we're going to go on our merry way. Oh, there we go. The Greenland's been infected. Mexico is leading the global cure effort. Mexico has started to send research teams to infected countries, hoping to speed up development for a cure of a cure for the Vagabonds. Pop blue bubbles to destroy their research. Okay, we'll do. Just gonna click on that first. Burst that bubble first, and they're gonna send somebody to Africa. I'm gonna pop that bubble. Whoa, hey now, I've got 60 points. Maybe let's go and look into... symptoms. Internal hemorrhaging? No, that's gonna really kill people pretty quickly. Let's give everybody cysts. And abscesses. Hypersensitivity. Let's see. Where did I start off here? Cysts. Painful lumps containing pockets of the pathogen, slight chance of bursting which can spread the disease. Abscesses, pockets of infected flesh are painful and act as breeding grounds for the pathogen, increasing infection rates when burst. Hypersensitivity, increased likelihood of allergic reactions which can distract the immune system, rich regions particularly vulnerable. Paralysis. Pathogen destroys motor neurons to cause paralysis. Significantly harder to cure and can be lethal. Coma. Well, neuropathic effects in the brainstem cause loss of consciousness and sometimes death. Significantly harder to cure. Well, we're gonna make that a thing. Systemic infection. We're gonna hold off on that. 24 points, okay, because we might want a genetic reshuffle in a little bit here. Pop that and grab a little bit more. Fever symptom mutated. Well, I got that symptom without really wanting it, but I guess that's okay. I mean, what you gonna do, right? First death from the Vagabonds has been confirmed in Southeast Asia. Bad luck or the beginning of something terrible. You decide. Almost 5 billion people have been infected. People are starting to die. Scientists will find it easier to develop a cure for any disease with fever. Well. What are we at here? At 14%, I'm not really worried. There we go. Global research focused on cure. Research doctors all around the world are completely focused on developing a cure for the Vagabonds. 20 million people dead, almost. Yep, there we go. Canada is starting to get infected. Brazil is starting to get infected a little bit. We're starting to pour into Egypt, from what I can tell, and South Africa a little bit. Around the Horn of Africa in the east there. Vagabonds has mutated and developed the inflammation symptom without using DNA points. Well, that's okay. There we go. I am going to genetic reshuffle. The next one's going to be 29 points, so I'm going to hold on to some points for the time being. There we go. Iceland's been infected. The airport's been shut down, but it doesn't really matter at this point. All the transmission for all of these things is going to be done over land now, so it doesn't matter if you've shut down your airports or just your ports. The Vagabonds is coming to get you. All the island areas, you know, have been infected, so no one is safe from here on in. Anarchist bombing in Sudan. Anarchists have orchestrated a bombing campaign against the government in Sudan. Social tensions are increasing. Yeah, Brazil's starting to get infected. Starting to work our way maybe a little bit toward Algeria. Well, East Africa is just... Botswana is unaffected for whatever reason. Well, not completely unaffected, but... Rash symptom mutated, okay. We got a rash coming up. There we go. Finland begins to break down. Normal life in Finland is starting to break down due to the Vagabonds. Cure research is starting to slow. So, I don't know if you guys saw, but the cure progress dropped 3%. Gonna drop a little bit more now. 6%. Alright. Now, are they going to be able to cure it before it kills everybody? Now, that is a possibility. London Olympics mystery. Mystery still surrounds the decision to postpone the London Olympics. Organizers promise it will happen soon, but no reason has been given for the change. Well, it's because everybody is afraid of getting the Vagabonds. There we go. $73 down to 67. There we go. We dropped another 5%. Pop that. There we go. We're pretty close to infecting everybody in the world now. There we go. There we go. Down to a few 100 million people who don't have a case of the Vagabonds yet. Symptoms. Ooh, seizures, internal hemorrhaging, vomiting, pneumonia, immune suppression. Give everybody internal hemorrhaging. Arterial membranes break down, causing rapid internal bleeding and death. Let's step up our killing power a little bit. There we go. Skin lesions symptom mutated. There you go. Got that for free. Follow that. Boom. Mexico. Here we go. Almost a billion people dead. They're probably going to cure this. Walking Dead symptom combo. Insomnia and anemia are causing people to walk around gray with tiredness. Scientists working on the cure for the Vagabonds are less productive. Well, good. That'll slow things down a little bit. I don't know how much, but a little bit. Seizures. Let's make sure everybody has seizures, I guess. Here's 95% complete. Well, that's so good. Yep, the cure's gonna be done before everybody's infected. There we go. Being deployed worldwide. This is a good disease. It will have killed a lot of people. It will have killed over 2 billion people. Ooh, profuse bleeding symptom combo. Hemophilia and skin lesions causing the infected to have blood pouring out of their skin, making the vagabonds far more dangerous. Ugh! Well, the disease still killed 2 and almost 250 million people. So I'm okay with that. So we lost this time. That's okay. Anyway, if you like this episode or you just want to support the series, feel free to go ahead and click on that good old like button. If you haven't subscribed and you feel like that's something that you want to do, that button is down there as well. If you'd like to join me on Facebook, Twitter, or Steam, you can do that by clicking on one of the links in the description down below, and it'll bring you right to where you need to go. If you have any positive or negative feedback, feel free to leave it in the comment section. But I have been Mike, and you have been you, and this has been Plague Inc. Thanks very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.